Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. So I folded my pattern into two. I'm checking my shoulder measurement, my armhole, my bust point, my under bust, and my waist. So I went ahead to connect my lines, and I indicated my chest line, my bust point, my under bust, and my waistline. On the neck line, I'll be taking 3 by 3 inches. I'll be connecting it with my curve ruler. After that, I'll be coming down on that shoulder by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. Came down by 1 inches. I'll connect to the neck measurement. And now my nipple to nipple divided by 2 is 4.5. So I'll be chalking 4.5 on my bust point line. But on my under bust, I'll be taking out half an inch. So I'll be chalking 4 inches. I'll do the same thing for my waistline, chalk down 4 inches, and I'll connect the lines together. On my shoulder measurement, I'll check what I have. So I have 5 inches left. 5 inches divided by 2 will give me 2.5. So I'll be chalking down 2.5 inches on that shoulder line. Now I'll be connecting from my shoulder to the bust point line. I'll be placing my dart measurement on the underbust, and all my measurements will be taken from this side, not this center front. So for my dart, I'll be taking 2 inches. If your bust is smaller, you can take 1.5, but I'll be taking 2 inches for my bust. So I chalk down 2 inches on the underbust. I'll be connecting that line to meet the waistline. Now I'll be connecting from my underbust to meet my bust points using my curve ruler. And on my shoulder measurements, I'll be coming in by 1.5 inches for my darts. 1.5. So I took 1.5 inches on that shoulder line. I'll be connecting from the shoulder to the bust point using my curve ruler. So just watch what I'm doing. So I'll be using a different marker to indicate my darts. After doing this, I'll be placing back the dart I took. So on the shoulder line, I took 1.5 inches dart. So I'm placing it on that shoulder measurement. So this is now my new shoulder line. So from that new shoulder line, I'll connect it to my chest line. So now I'll be chalking this line off so that you understand that this line is no longer my armhole line. So now this is now my new armhole line. So now I'll be checking what I have on my armhole. I have 8 inches divided by 2 is 4 inches. I came in by 0.5 for my armhole curve. After curving my armhole, now I'll be placing my measurements. On my chest line, I took my bust measurement divided by 4, and I chalked my measurements, added 2 inches sewing allowance, and I just curved and connected it to my bust point line. On my underbust, I took my underbust measurement divided by 4. I placed back the dart I took 2 inches and added my 2 inches sewing allowance, and I just connected from the bust to the underbust. On the waistline, I placed my measurement, placed back the dart I took, added my 2 inches allowance, and I connected. So now we are done with the front part. We go ahead now to cut. So for my back, I folded my pattern into two, and I'll be checking out my zip allowance. So I took 2 inches for my zip allowance. I connected it with a straight line, and I indicated my zip allowance. Now I'll be taking my measurement after that line. So on the starting point, I took my shoulder measurement divided by 2, my armhole line, my bust point line, my under bust, and my waist. Now I connected the lines and I indicated my chest line, bust point, under bust, and waist. Now on the neck, I'll be taking 3 inches by 1.5 for my neck. So I'll connect it with my curve ruler to the zip allowance. And on the shoulder line, I'll be coming down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope, and I connected the line. So what I have left on that armhole line is 8 inches. I came out by 4 and I curved my armhole. Now my nipple to nipple divided by 2 is 4.5. So I chalked down 4.5 on all the lines and I connected it. For my bust point line, I came up by 1 inches. So you go up by 1 inches and you connect the line to the bust point line. Now on my waistline, I'll be coming in by 1 inches on both lines for my darts. So I'll be connecting it to the 1 inches I came up. After connecting, we are done. So we'll place our measurement on the chest line. I placed my bust measurement plus 2 inches allowance. On my under bust, I placed my measurement, added the dart, and placed back the 2 inches allowance. I did the same thing for my waist, placed back the dart and added my allowance. I connected my lines together and just blend that chest line. So now we are done with our pattern. So I'll go ahead to cut out my back pattern. And this is how it looks. Hope this was helpful. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.